Welcome to Brunettes Who Bitch, where the sports are hot, the takes are hotter, and we don't hold back because life's too short to sugarcoat anything.
Welcome back to Brunettes Who Bitch, the only sports podcast where we love ball, hate consistency, and somehow manage to know everything happening in every league at once. It's basically ESPN, but with better lashes.
And a little bit more delusion, if I do say so myself.
We're back. Sorry for the pause. Life was lifing. Sports didn't stop, but we did. So now we have a lot to catch up on. So buckle in for Around the Sports World in 5-ish minutes, where this is just going to be chaos and not 5 minutes at all, because you know us. I'll kick it off with baseball. And let's just rip the Band-Aid off. The Dodgers won the World Series, unfortunately.
Boo!
Congrats to them. Condolences to the rest of us. Moving on to the MLB awards.
Fuck the Dodgers.
Honestly, the voters were in their correct opinion era this year. Kind of. AL MVP, Aaron James, Daddy Judge. No one's shocked. No one deserves it more. The man is 6'7", wholesome, handsome, and hits nukes. MVP stands for most valuable, perfect human in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
NL MVP, Ohtani, unanimous, whatever, sure, okay, fine, he's good, whatever, we get it. Cy Young Awards, so do I. Cy Young Awards, both leagues gave us dominant kings this year. Scooble wins in the AL Cy Young. Back-to-back, casual. Shut up.
Sorry.
You're distracting me. Be fast.
Well, I'm just
He's
giving my input,
Cy Young. Unanimously. The girls knew he was winning. Rookie of the Year, Nick Kurtz, AL, unanimous. Man walked into the league like it was a homeroom. Drake Baldwin, NL, also a beast, catcher supremacy. Manager of the Year, Stephen Vogt wins, again, 2 seasons, 2 awards. He's basically the teacher's pet of MLB managers. And Pat Murphy becomes just the second NL manager ever to win this award in consecutive seasons. So we love a little history moment. Unless there's any crazy signings or trades, this may be the last time we talk about America's favorite pastime until January. So I'm going to go cry in the corner.
Mood. Me patiently waiting to see what Detroit does with Scooble. Anywho, let's move on to the NFL, where things are, chaotic to say the least, as per usual. Let's cover the standings real quick. So somehow, the New England Patriots and Denver Broncos are actually leading their respective divisions. Don't know how that's happening, but we run with it. It's cool. Denver actually secured the AFC West lead by beating the Kansas City Chiefs. Also not sure how that's happening, but we vibe. Surprise teams like the Indianapolis Colts and the Broncos, again, are in the running for the top playoff seeds, while preseason favorites like the Chiefs and Bills might have to settle for wild card spots. Absolutely blows my mind. We had a big conversation about that at dinner the other night, and that was, it's a hot topic. The NFC playoff picture is crowded at the top, with the Los Angeles Rams and Philly Eagles tied for the conference best record, and the Cowboys are shockingly in a tight wild card race. So it'll be interesting to see how things start to shake out as the Super Bowl gets closer. Now on to the good stuff that we actually care about. Sanders makes his first NFL start for the Browns in Week 12. Let's go, King. We love to see it. Jamar Chase got suspended for 1 game for spitting on Jalen Ramsey during a recent game. That was certainly a choice. I don't know why we did that, but here we are. Continuing with our little Bengals here, our king Joey B was upgraded to a full participant in practice, which we love to see. Hopefully he plays soon. I think they're thinking maybe Thanksgiving. Fingers crossed. The Rams are unfortunately dealing with multiple significant injuries to their offensive and defensive starters. That's never a good thing. Kansas City tackle Josh Simmons returned to the team in early November after a several-week mysterious absence due to a family matter. Hopefully everything's okay. We don't love to see a player be gone for family matters. Fingers crossed for him. And I don't even know how to say that guy's name. Cam Skitebo? Did I say that right?
Skitebo.
Scataboo? I've never heard of this
I
guy.
knew that one.
I've never heard of that guy. I'm sorry. Who does he play
plays
for?
the Giants.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. I don't pay attention to anything the Giants do. Okay, so Cam Scataboo apparently faced criticism for appearing at WWE's Monday Night Raw while recovering from a season-ending ankle injury. Tweeted back at haters saying, essentially, if you don't like that I'm living my life, then fuck you. I mean, what's he gonna do with a season-ending injury? You just gotta, go have fun. I'm not gonna sit on the couch and cry about it. He didn't want to either. Works for me. With just a few weeks left until the playoffs begin, can't wait to see how things continue to heat up and who actually ends up in the Super Bowl. Gonna be a fun one.
Yep. That's the Super Bowl is always such a touchy subject for me. So we're gonna go to hockey now because the standings are wild and like totally unexpected. But before we get on to that, the Panthers and the Rangers revealed their Winter Classic 2026 Winter Classic jerseys, and they look so bleh. Like I don't know if it's just because I'm biased and I don't like either team other than Brad Marchand. But those are the ugliest fucking things I've ever seen. I'm so sorry. They could have done
I like
so
the
much better.
Panthers ones better than New York, though.
Yeah, if I had to choose between the two, I would choose the Panthers one. Because it looks like they actually put effort into it. But the Rangers, all they did was slap the word New York onto a white.
I was gonna say the Rangers look like they took their Stadium Series jerseys and just said, "Hey, you can copy my homework, but make it a little different."
Yeah, paraphrase it a little bit.
Yeah, switch
I
some
feel
words
like-
up.
Yeah. I feel like we have to touch on this just for our friend Madison. The Calgary Flames claimed forward John Beecher off of waivers from the Bruins.
I saw that.
Going through it. She's messaging me. She's like, "So the Devils play the Flames in March. Do we want to go?" And I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm probably gonna be going to that game anyways.
Fair enough.
Yeah. The Islanders head coach, pissed at the whole vicious hit for Mikko Rantanen the other day. I guess the coach really thought that Rantanen deserved a call or some type of consequence from that and didn't receive it. So he's pretty pissed about that, which I'm kind of neutral on the situation. I guess it depends. I haven't seen the hit, so I wouldn't really be able to tell you. This is where it gets crazy. The Ducks are leading the Pacific Division right now.
I have so many questions.
Yeah, I have no answers. And
The Ducks.
Yeah.
The Ducks.
The Ducks out of all teams. Crazy. Avalanche are leading the Central. Red Wings are leading the Atlantic, and the Canes are leading the Metro. Unfortunately.
It could be worse. It could be the Rangers.
It could be, but it's also the Canes, so that is equally as terrible. What else? Brandon Hagel from the Lightning reached a milestone in the recent game that they played against the Devils. Unfortunately, players having masterclass games against the Devils sounds not particularly out of pocket. That seems like something that they would let a player do.
It's pretty on brand, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Between letting former Devils constantly score against us or beat us and players have milestone games, it's not unheard of.
Oh, definitely not at all. And then Nick Cousins from the Senators. This seems like a fork found in kitchen. He was fined for embellishment. I've always seen stuff about this guy, and it's always him being the most dramatic player ever. Speaking of some dramatics, there's a lot of injuries, but we're going to talk about how the NHL should be sponsored by Urgent Care a bit later.
Speaking of injuries, let's move over to the NBA because early this season the vibes are strong and confusing. There are several major player injuries, including DeMont and Jalen Brunson, and a lot of restructuring on teams like the Lakers. The Thunder are out front in the West, 15-1.
That's
And in the
crazy.
East, Detroit and Toronto are looking better than expected.
As they should. Pop off, Kings.
Like I said before, Sabonis has a partial tear in his left meniscus and is expected to miss at least 3 to 4 weeks. And Brunson is finally back on the court after an injury. Jalen Williams of the Mavericks will be out for the season after undergoing surgery.
Oh,
There
ouch.
are a few open trades being talked about right now, so we will see if we get any crazy Luka trade this season.
Really? His name is floating again?
No, not him. Just like the Luka style trade.
Oh, like Lucas status. Okay, I was like,
It's
what?
a big name.
Yeah. Kind of like,
I got
what
you.
would
Like
be
a
analogy
blockbuster.
trading Harry Styles to the Jonas Brothers or something?
Yeah.
Trading Harry Styles to the Jonas Brothers for Kevin Jonas.
Like, why
Live,
would
laugh, love
do
Kevin
that?
Jonas. Go stream changing.
Yeah. Wow. Anyways.
Anyway, the NBA has seen its highest opening month ratings in 15 years, with over 60 million viewers in the US. I'm a little surprised by that, and we are just very concerned about the increase in soft tissue injuries this season. Warriors coach Steve Kerr believes the faster pace and higher frequency of play in today's game may be contributing to the problem, which is ironic because I think the game is more boring than ever, but that's just me.
Honestly, not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of basketball anymore because it's just everybody's soft. There's too much flopping. Anyway, is that all we got for the NBA?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's talk about the WNBA because, we love to support women. Girls supporting girls. Yay for girls sports. Um, Currently, the Las Vegas Aces are dominant. They defeated the Mercury to win their third WNBA championship in 4 years and are cementing their status as the league's reigning dynasty. The Aces completed a 4-game sweep of the Mercury in the first best-of-7 WNBA finals in league history. That's crazy, but good job, girls. Asia Wilson was named the regular season MVP and finals MVP and became the first player to win the MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and finals MVP in the same season. You go, girl. Expansion teams joining in 2026. How exciting. Toronto is finally getting a team, the Toronto Tempo, and Portland will be joining as well as the Portland Fire. Expansion drafts and inaugural drafts will be affected by the new CBA negotiations, which is needed before the 2026 season and extensive free agency period begins. Wow. A lot of key players signed 1-year deals in 2025 to become free agents again in 2026. So will be very interesting to see how that one shakes out and where players start to land and everything like that. The WNBA and the Players Association are currently at odds over the league's economic model. Union wants a revenue sharing model tied to the league's growth, while the league has offered a proposal with significant salary increases, but without the players' desired structure. I support paying the girls more. Don't really know what that's going to look like or how it should look, but I definitely think they should be making more than they do. The upcoming 2026 free agent class features a significant number of high-profile players, including Brianna Store, Asia Wilson, and Nafisa. I don't know how to say her name either. I'm bad with names. Nafisa Collier, whose contract statuses depend on this new CBA that's supposed to be coming in. Which, speaking of that, I saw an ESPN article just before we actually got on here about how it's missing. Apparently, the union's believing that the CBA is missing a bunch of key demands. So that'll be interesting. Basically, at the end of the day,
You said it right. You said it right.
oh, okay, good. Basically, right now, free agency and expansion drafts are currently on hold while they figure that out. And the WNBA is quietly the most consistent. They show up, do their thing, and don't play for the headlines. They just, play the game and go home. We'd love to see it.
Mm-hmm. That seems to be like a trend in women's sports. There's like barely any like controversial headlines, which
I was gonna say, I feel like they don't get as much coverage as they should, but at the same time, they
right.
kind of just like do their job and go home. Like
Yeah.
they're like,
There's
yeah, cool, we did
which
our
like
thing.
yeah. I feel like that's almost like a good thing.
Yeah,
Um
definitely.
yeah. So we're gonna stick with some women's sports. We're gonna swing back to hockey. Surprise, surprise. This fork is found in the kitchen. We're going to talk about the PWHL, which, for those who don't know what that stands for, in case you aren't a hockey fan, that stands for the Professional Women's Hockey League. But it's in the midst of final preparations for its third season, which will have started when this airs. I think. I don't know. I know the Sirens play on Saturday, so that's all about I know. I don't know if I said that right. Anyways, so this season features several major developments, including expansion to 8 more teams and an expanded 120 game schedule. When I first
I
like
think
read this,
120 games is actually kind of crazy because doesn't the NHL only have like 82?
see, that's what I thought it meant when it first read that, but I think that means like 120 combined throughout the league. So you know how like the NHL has 32 teams and they play like 80 some odd games a year?
Yeah.
Every team, like if we were to like count however many games are going on, there'd probably be like at least 1,000. And so I think what this is meaning is like throughout the league, there is going to be a total of 120 games because it's such a small league. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Maybe? I don't
I
know.
I feel like since the season has started so late that that's what that means.
They do have a shorter season.
Yeah. So I think it just means
I don't
like
know.
120 total throughout the league. Because there's also I won't touch on that yet because I will touch on it in a second. Seattle and Vancouver are the newest franchises. They're bringing the total number of teams in the league to 8, which I think I already said that. Yeah. I don't. Bleh. Sorry. My
It's
mind is
fine.
mush
We're
right now.
we're rolling. We're rolling.
Exactly. Both teams were busy during the offseason signing key players like Hillary Knight for Seattle and Sarah Nurse to Vancouver. Sarah
That
Nurse,
one's
that's a
crazy.
very familiar name. I'm very familiar with her. Um love that diva. Anyways, the PWHL Takeover Tour, the popular neutral site game series, is returning and expanding to 16 games in 11 different cities, including Dallas, Chicago, and Washington, D.C., to grow the league's reach, which I think is pretty
As
cool,
they should.
right? Like, because obviously, like, there's going to be these teams playing in their home arenas, but it's nice to have, like, games in areas where there's not teams
Well, I know it's
already.
nice for me who doesn't live near an arena, well, near one of the PWHL arenas, like when they play in Detroit, I can go watch a game,
Exactly.
which is nice because Detroit doesn't have a team.
Yeah, because there's so many people that are like gonna want to watch a PWHL game in person, but because there's like so few games, like that just seems like an impossible task. So I
Yeah,
think
for
this
sure.
is gonna be pretty good for the league. Um, the Olympic break. So I think the season schedule, because it's so small, it includes a significant pause from January 29th to February 25th
Damn, they're off
to
for a
allow players
month.
to participate in the Winter Olympics.
That's great.
What was that?
That's crazy. They're off for a month.
Yeah.
Doesn't the NHL only get like 2 weeks?
I think it depends on like there might be like the different sports going on. So like the whole entire Olympics is from like the 29th to the 25th, but like the hockey games might be like only from the 2 weeks in
Yeah,
February.
but the NHL break is only the 2 or 2.5 weeks, isn't it? It's not the full month. Or is it
No,
a
it's
full
just
month?
I think it's I don't was it January or February? It was
I don't know.
January last year, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, because Four Nations
Time
was
is an
last year.
illusion to me.
I felt that. I don't even know what day it is.
Yeah, I thought it was Wednesday for the longest time, but it is in fact
I thought
Thursday.
yesterday was Friday, and then I woke up this morning to my alarm and was like, God damn it.
I'm gonna swing back to trades, player signings and trades. There was a flurry of off-season activity, including the top draft picks signing their contracts, such as Casey O'Brien with the New York Sirens. There was also a trade between the Minnesota Frost and the Vancouver Golden Eyes just before the season started. So, Increased salaries. Player salaries have continued to climb, which
As they should.
as they should. With New York's Sarah, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. It's like Fillier or something like that. I apologize, Queen. She
Girl, I've
reportedly
roasted how many
became
people's names, like
like that's the one thing about hockey is like these players' last names extravagant, but it's just part of the league. But anyway, she's becoming the league's highest paid player this offseason. So I love seeing that kind of like headline for something like that.
I'm
There's
low-key
some
surprised
new.
it's not Sarah Nurse or something like that, but
That's why I was very shocked. Like I read the name Sarah and I was like, oh, Sarah Nurse, and then it was someone completely different, and I was like, oh, okay.
yeah.
I mean, good for them. I like
Hop off, Queens.
some new broadcast deals. PWHL announced some expanded media rights for the season with multi-platform distribution across national networks in the US and Canada to maximize accessibility, which I think is really cool because that's allowing the league to grow more and more.
As they
'Cause, like,
should.
obviously, if there's limited availability to watch these games, the league is not going to grow as much as people would hope.
I just
But
hope they don't black out and shit again, because like they do it every time the Leafs play. Like I can't watch a Vancouver Canucks game, even though I live in Canada,
yeah.
which is
Back when
really
I
freaking annoying.
back when I like lived in New York but worked in Vermont, I could watch the Jersey games in Vermont but not in New York. And I was like, that makes zero sense. But
It
whatever.
literally makes no sense. Like I live here. Why
Yeah.
can't I watch it?
Yeah. It crazy.
Anyway,
You say I'm gonna let that swing back to you, Ashley, because I feel like we have more basketball to talk about.
The best basketball. Finishing off strong with college hoops. The season has tipped off, which means we're officially in the era of ranked teams losing to random universities that sound made up. Beautiful time to exist. Sam and I literally watched UNC play, which is the only team me and her agree on, during her rehearsal dinner.
as you should.
Because, yes, we will watch sports anywhere. Early standout on the men's side, Kansas. They look sharp and already very, we're going to ruin your bracket coded. Duke is good, but also one bad shooting night away from slipping. Early contenders are shaping up to be Purdue, Houston, UConn, and Arizona. No one's surprised. Women's college hoops already cooked in the best way. There's powerhouse programs, upsets, and transfers. UConn is number one again after winning the Natty. Gino has the Infinity Gauntlet back, and, you know, he deserves another title because he is a king at coaching. The upsets are already messy. TCU beat North Carolina State on the road. West Virginia took down Duke. November is doing November things. There are freshmen that are popping off already. Oklahoma's Elia Chavez is giving immediate buckets, like 20 points per game out the gate. Transfer portal, unhinged. Williams to UConn. Olivia Miles is doing a fifth year at TCU. And Kate Caval to LSU, which entire programs are being rebuilt overnight. And we are in the road to March Madness already. Tournament begins March 15th, ends April 16th in Indianapolis. So, blood pressure warned. There will be so much college basketball to talk about. I'm so excited. College hoops in November are pure, beautiful, chaotic nonsense as God intended.
As they should be. Okay. Well, we tried for 5 minutes. It did not stay at 5 minutes. I think it turned into about 20. Not that anyone's really surprised. We kind of yap a lot. But now that we caught you up on all the tea in the sports world, it's time to sit back and grab your drink because we're moving straight into the real good stuff. I'll let Kate take away why we need to talk about urgent care.
Oh yeah. the NHL is riddled with injuries right now, and
It's
like
so
some of
bad.
them are like understandable injuries. Like Charlie McAvoy had to get facial surgery because he took a puck to the face.
Yikes.
He's expected to be okay
painful.
for the Olympics, which is crazy, but best case scenario for them. Islanders are bracing for the possibility that Romanov will be out a while following the Rantanen hit that happened.
Ooh, that stinks.
He's apparently getting a second opinion from some New York doctors before like the final prognosis, which is a really big word.
That is a very big word.
What do we know about Austin Matthews? Is he what the
He
fuck is going on
suffered
with
some
him?
sort of injury a couple games ago. They've been very quiet about it. They haven't really said a whole lot, but it was like
Yeah.
mid second period, I think, in one of the games like from last week, and he just like disappeared.
Yeah. I mean,
I was
let
kind of
us
like,
know, Mom.
okay.
Like, we don't want the recipe to your mom's peach cobbler.
Literally. Oh my god.
Since we are
Wait,
still on
I
the topic
think
of
my
injury,
biggest pet peeve
yes,
is the secrecy between
yeah,
everyone with. Just tell us why they're injured.
yeah.
It's
Like,
not
I
hard.
I
mean,
understand like to an extent why they don't, because like you don't want them to come back to a game and then players are like, oh, we know that they hurt their shoulder, so let's target it.
yeah,
Because
Right.
there
So
are some players that will do that. But at the same time, like, why did Austin Matthews literally just like die and fall off the face of the earth?
yeah.
you don't need to tell me that there is 3 torn ligaments in his left shoulder all the way down to his elbow. I don't need to know that.
I would like to request the information on what Jack did though.
We still like,
What ligaments he hurt.
yeah.
I want to recreate whatever possibility. Like, I need someone to make the scenario for me.
Yeah.
Right?
So what I read was that there, like, prior to him like leaning on the table, there was broken glass that a waitress was going to try and clean up.
Is that what I sent you?
I think so. But like, so there was broken glass on the table, and he probably like wasn't paying attention, and then he goes to like lean on the table, and I'm
Yes,
assuming there was
that's
just
what
a
I sent
really
you.
sharp piece of glass that like cut, because we've been told it was his pinky, right?
Yeah.
So
Cut into his pinky.
I'll
and, like,
read you the text.
yes,
This
please do.
is anonymous text message. It says, someone dropped the glass last night. The waitress was cleaning up the broken glass and put it on the table. Jack put his hand on the table and it sliced it deep. They're hoping it's not a tendon. It's bottom of the pinky.
Yeah,
So
like,
he cut
right
down here.
Here somewhere.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I guess there is quite a bit of, muscle and nerves there. I don't know. I never took anatomy. That required him to get surgery. But
Jack would do that. Like, out of all the players on the Devils, if you ask me, like, who's most likely to accidentally cut their finger on a piece of glass? Jack.
yeah, because he just has the most terrible luck with injuries. Poor guy
Well,
hasn't
it's
played
always
a full
something like
season since he
stupid too.
started the league. Like,
yeah, literally.
Like, I feel
Poor
so
guy.
bad for him because this is his third surgery within like a year and a half.
Yes.
Crazy. I haven't even had that many surgeries in my entire life. I've only
I've
had
had
one surgery, and it was getting my wisdom teeth removed, and that doesn't even count because I was awake for the whole thing.
I was gonna say I've had 2, and they were both dental.
Yeah.
I had
Poor guy.
2 back surgeries that were 9 hours and 16 hours.
That sounds
You-
terrible.
yeah.
No, thank you. You win.
Yeah. Like, Jack's probably gonna let you keep that title too. He's like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jack.
Yeah, but
Sticking with the
he
really
would definitely
wacky
have the luck
injuries.
of getting injured
Yeah.
at a team dinner. Which, speaking of
Honestly.
team dinners, another player in the league got injured at a team dinner.
I was just gonna
but this
say,
time
speaking
it was,
of wacky dinners.
yeah, it was a Panthers forward, Lusta I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Anyways, he's gonna miss some time with some burns from a barbecuing mishap.
See, I need the logistics of this one too.
Yeah,
What do you mean a barbecuing mishap? Like, did you light yourself on fire?
that's the only thing I could think of would be like he got like a 3rd-degree burn somehow.
It has to be a 3rd-degree burn. Otherwise, why are you out?
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
Yeah.
I've suffered from a 3rd-degree burn before, and I went and worked a full shift the next day. So this had to have been some, like, what the hell?
I have a
What the
burn on my
hell?
finger right now.
What the hell?
While we're talking about this, and I said earlier, we need to do an freak injury, unusual injuries episode because there's so many of them. Dustin Penner had back spasms because he was injured eating pancakes. He leaned over to dip into pancakes and had back spasms and threw his back out.
I have so
That's
many
just
questions.
an example, and we need to do a whole entire episode on weird injuries because apparently they're common.
Yeah.
Apparently, who injures themselves eating pancakes?
Who knows? And, like, it wasn't even, like, accidental stab to the roof of the mouth with a fork. It was the back. It started, like, I'm only
I
trying
leaned
to
over
picture,
to
like,
put the pancake in my mouth and I hurt myself.
I leaned forward to eat a pancake and then my back gave out.
Yeah, yikes.
Okay. Whatever, that makes total sense. Anyways.
Good times.
And then
the Devils in general, if you guys could just stop getting fucking injured.
Yeah, that would be great.
It's so bad that our fucking social media team is making jokes about it.
Yeah, like the whole, like, what, the Prudential Center was built on top of, like, an...
Oh, no, not even that. It was we were at the top of the league, the top of the league tweet where they had, like, the injury list, and it was, like, Dougie, Connor Brown, Kovacevic, Brett Pesci, and we were still at the top of the league. And I don't know what the caption was of this fucking tweet.
Oh, I could tell you. Hold up.
But
the Devils are just the Devils.
It's so funny because why are we doing this? Like, and making jokes about injuries? Why are we being injured? Why are we rushing back from injuries? Like, I don't know, just fucking stop.
Yeah. So the caption is, you can be damned or you can be defiant.
There we go. Thank you. I knew it was something to do with defiant. I couldn't figure out the wording. We need to not be damned or defiant. We need to be smart and learn how to play defense and learn how to play hockey games again because we have too many people injured. I have so many questions for our staff.
I think we need to start adding bubble wrap to the players' equipment.
Uniform?
Like, like, it has to be a requirement now. Like, bubble wrap under the jersey. Like,
literally.
If I have to see Cody Glass,
it's just getting ridiculous at this point.
I'm gonna.
Speaking of Cody Glass,
yes, I've been waiting.
Okay,
I was like trying to do a little segue.
Set the timer.
I was like,
okay, everyone, it's time for our weekly therapy segment. We're gonna let Kate talk about her hyperfixation comfort player. You have 5 minutes, and when the buzzer goes off, that's it. Understood?
Okay, I'll try, but I have a lot to say.
I'm setting a timer. I'm literally setting a timer. You cannot start until the timer is set.
Okay.
I was gonna say, you better set a timer, and I'll just sit here, mute myself, and let her go.
What?
She is gonna fill this 5 minutes.
Okay, but, like, if I'm in the middle of a sentence when the buzzer comes off, can I finish it? Shit. Oh my god. There's gonna be lore that, like, nobody's gonna know after this.
I don't like that one. We're gonna do that one.
Oh my god. Let me let me wet my whistle.
She gotta take a sip to prepare herself.
Because I'm literally gonna have to speak at, like, supersonic speed.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess.
Go.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Back in March when we acquired Cody Glass, everyone was like, looking at his stats, being like, oh, like, he's not that great of a player. Like, why did we get him? Blah, blah, blah. And me being me, I was like, that's, like, I think he was fourth line at that point. So I was like, you know what? That's my emotional support fourth liner. I'm going to make him a poster that says Seaglass is the GOAT. I had my friend Photoshop his head onto the body of a goat, brought that to the game during warm-ups. I was literally, like, holding it out like this. And he's, like, over in the corner, and he looks, and he's like, and I was like, oh my God, like, he knows I think he's the GOAT. It's so funny. So anyways, then at Prudential, there's this little area where fans can wait to see if any players will stop because, you know, it's one of those things, players can stop if they choose to. It's whatever. Anyways, not the point. So we were hanging out because that was also a place where, like, if traffic was, like, terrible getting out of this arena, like, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to chill with my friends anyways. So we're waiting there. I've got the sign. Cody Glass stops. I'm like, oh my God, this is so funny. And so I'm like, look at this. I have this sign. And he's like, oh my gosh, there's that sign. And I was like, did you see it during warm-ups? And he was like, yeah, I gave you a little smile. And I was like, oh my God. Anyways, so after that, I kind of made it like this ongoing thing where I would, you know, reuse the picture. And his birthday rolled around, April 1st, by the way. And I used this little meme that was like, because it's like, oh, people who wish hockey players a happy birthday are weird, blah, blah, blah. And then below it's like, fuck this post, happy birthday, Cody Glass. And so I posted that to my Instagram story. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I wish there was a funny nickname I could call him. And I'm like, wait, Goat, Cody, Goaty Glass. So I'm like 99% sure I coined that term. Anyways, so I decided I was going to be so funny and bring a sign to the game in Boston that said, hey, Goaty Glass, can I get a puck? And so I'm standing behind the bench at warm-ups with the poster, and all of a sudden I see him. He's across the ice, and he looks, and he's like waves, and he comes over, hands a puck to one of the trainers that was like on the bench, and like points at me, and I got a puck from him, and I'm like, oh my God, like this has to be my ongoing bit. And when I say that, like, I am being so serious because how much time do I have left? I'm getting so nervous. I have so much left to say. Okay. So from there, I kind of like was like, okay, how many things can I make with the GOAT picture? And so we went to locker room clean out, and I literally handed him the picture of him as the GOAT, and he was like, oh my gosh, like, there that is. This is just what I needed. And I was like, yeah, you're welcome. But anyways, so this season started, it rolls around. I'm like, okay, what can I do? So I buy a sticker maker, and I started making like Goaty Glass fan club stickers. I was passing them out to everyone. I'm like, people I don't even know. And then, so after that game, he stops again, and I go, hey, Cody, I printed you out some stickers, one for you, your wife, and your baby. I thought that was so funny. And so later that day, I was at my apartment, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is the best ongoing bit ever. What can I make next? And so I made a crew neck that said the Goaty Glass fan club on it. And he stops after the next game, and I'm like, look at this shirt. And he's like, dude, you were passing out stickers the other day, and now this. It was so funny. And so he's like, you know, you're just getting more and more creative. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. So now the next day rolls around, I make a hat with the same thing on it. The next game, he stops, he sees the hat, and I'm like, I'm thinking of making sweatpants next. But whatever. So I have this ongoing bit, right? We go to the Jonas Brothers concert. I still had my Cody Glass hockey card in the bag that I brought with me because it's the same bag I bring to hockey games. And Frankie Jonas is having like a little private acoustic set outside for free. And I'm like, he's like, oh, I'm going to meet some people, blah, blah, blah. I panic, and I'm like, what the fuck am I going to have him do? And so I whip out my Cody Glass card, and I'm like, I'm just going to have you pose with this. And so I did. And then one of the Devils like Instagram accounts, like fan accounts that like update on everything, was like, hey, can I post this? And I was like, yeah, sure. Please don't. Wait. And so I'm looking at the account, and then all of a sudden Cody Glass comments on it, and he's like, that's all time. And I'm like, you're kidding. Like, that is my close personal friend, Cody Glass. Anyways, I think that's everything. Do I still have more time?
22 seconds.
Oh, Brett Pesci mentioned. Sorry. Oh, wait. Okay, so I handed out some of the stickers to Brendan Dillon and Dawson Mercer, and they were like, oh my gosh, is this Glasser? And I was like, yeah. But anyways, so like now I'm just pushing the agenda and handing out stickers all the time. And
I want one of those Goaty Glass crew necks. I'm
wish I
impressed
had
she
my
did that
Apple
in
Watch
5
on,
minutes.
because my heart rate is literally like.
I'm so proud of you.
I don't think she took a single breath.
I don't think I did either. I'm so winded right now.
Dude, you
Like,
did
the
good though. I'm
fastest-
proud of you.
It's the fastest I've ever heard Kate talk in my life.
The fact that you, like, when you held up the phone too, she's like, wait,
I was getting so nervous. I was like, oh fuck, I'm running out of time. I still have so much left to say.
I'm dead. That was
There's
great.
probably something that I did forget, but I don't even know.
I
Oh,
don't
there
know.
was.
I feel like you got most of it though.
I mean, I was gonna mention how like he tends to view my Instagram stories that I tag him in, and when he got his contract, I was kind of like, I posted, I'm like, oh my gosh, I get to push the Goaty Glass agenda for 2 more years, and he liked it, and I was like, oh yeah. That's kind of what like started the whole like, yeah, I'm gonna continue with this bit.
That's great. I love that. Love having close personal friend Cody Glass.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god, there is still more that I had to say.
Well, save it for next time.
Yep, save it for next time.
It's fine. It's fine.
I vote that we do this at the end of every episode. Somebody gets 5 minutes to talk about something.
Yeah.
I support that. That's gonna get
Feel like-
chaotic real quick, but
I feel like
Yeah, but it
today
was
would have been like a
fun.
great time to talk about Nico Heischer. Especially after
I love
that,
that man.
that little tussle that he got into at the game.
Not the dirty look I just gave you.
The Bi
hate
Diva
you
group
right
chat was
now,
going
actually.
crazy during that one.
We broke up. We divorced.
Oh,
Well, that was like, I've been posting like Cody Glass TikToks, and my friend Blakely was like, I feel like I'm a
close this
child of
out.
divorce.
Time out. Close this out.
No, wait. This isn't really about him. It's about, okay. I posted like all these TikToks, right? And my friend Blakely's like, I feel like I'm a child of divorce. Like, you don't post about Luke anymore. And I was like, well, when Luke gives me a fucking reason to post about him, I will. So if you've made it through all of the league and all the leagues and the Cody Glass highlights with us, you deserve a medal.
Or a nap.
I could use a nap after that. I'm tired just from listening to her. Anyway, we'll see you next week on Brunettes, you bitch, where the sports are real, but the takes are semi-unserious and a little bit delusional.
Close personal friend, guys.
Bye.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, review,
Yeah.
share, all that jazz.
Say hi to our
cancel
close
us.
personal friend Cody.
Yeah, that's all time. Anyways. Heart
Word
hands,
up.
everybody. See you next time.